Welcome back, mamas. Today we're going to really focus on stretching as well as strengthening our entire body for our second trimester mothers. So let's go ahead and get started on our backs. Don't forget to grab your blocks and grab your strap with you. Okay, so place a strap next to your side and we'll meet on our backs. So notice right away how your lower back feels here. If you already have some tightness or tension in the lower back from your pregnancy, I highly recommend you keeping your feet grounded just like this. Otherwise, if you can, open your hips by bringing the soles of your feet to touch, knees out wide. And then again, check in with your lower back. You should feel a slight C curve, your natural C curve here. And if that's uncomfortable, just pull the belly button in towards the lower back and feel the tailbone tuck. So the lower back is fully grounded. As you take an inhale, find some length through your side body. And as you exhale, retuck your tailbone, engaging your core. So right away, we're working on some active stretching here. You're not relaxing, allowing the breath to find stability, to find a little bit of strength. Exhales, engaging your core. Let's take one more. Breathe in. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And as you exhale, let it go. Good. Now on your next inhale, bring both knees into your chest. Bring your knees as wide as your arms, or rather underneath your armpits. And just sway side to side, massaging through the lower back. Let's take our first happy baby pose. Stop your feet up towards the ceiling. Either grab for the outside of your feet, maybe grab behind your thighs. And same here, rocking side to side. Keep your lower back grounded, shoulders down. So your upper back and shoulder blades are grounded. Good. Bring the soles of your feet to touch for Supta Baddha Konasana again, but this time up in the air. Using your elbows, press your elbows up inside your inner thighs to really open up through the hips. And then same action, sway side to side. Keep your lower back grounded. Inhale, rehug your knees back into your chest. Extend your left leg all the way down. Grab your strap and hook your strap around your right foot. If you don't have a strap today, don't worry. Just interlace your fingers behind your right thigh. If you can, just grab your right big toe, keeping your shoulder blades grounded. So a lot of times we tend to crunch into the neck or round the upper back. Make sure to release and relax the upper body. Feel free to make some circles with your right leg, getting different parts of the hamstrings. Switch directions. Good. Bring your right leg back up to center. Keep the strap around your right foot, but just go ahead and release. Place your palms down next to your hips, palms face down. Flex both feet. Inhale, tuck your tailbone. Exhale, hover your right leg, 45-degree angle. So try not to let the strap fall. Retuck the tailbone, draw your front ribs in. Inhale, extend your right leg up. Exhale, lower halfway. Let's do this about 6 more times. If you're doing this correctly, you should feel your core engage. Keeping the front ribs in. Lower back stays grounded, so there's no C curve in the lower back. Pulling the belly button in. Lengthening your tailbone towards the back of your left heel. I lost count, so let's just do 3, 2. Keep your left leg engaged by flexing your left foot. And 1. Hold it, 45-degree angle, reflex your feet, tuck your tailbone, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling. Grab the strap with your left hand, tee out your right arm, and cross your right leg over your body. So you might have to scoot your hips over to the right and then drop it all the way down. It's okay if your right shoulder slightly lifts up. Opening up through the chest, your right arm. Come back to center. Re-straighten your spine. Extend your left leg and place a strap around your left foot. Switching sides, holding here for your hamstring stretch for about 8 breaths. Make any dynamic movements, making circles. Go each direction. Feel free to bend your left knee. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or retensing up through your shoulders. Good. Come back to center. Reflex both feet. Drop your hands next to your hips. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hover your left leg 45 degrees. Pause here for a moment. Roll your inner thigh slightly down. Tuck your tailbone. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, hover halfway. 6 more times on your own. Keeping both legs active, both feet flexed. Thighs are engaged. Front ribs are in. Drop your shoulders. Try not to drop the strap around your left foot. For me, I have about 3 more left here. Take your time, no need to rush. On your last one, you're going to hold it, 45-degree angle, reflex both feet, engage through your thighs for another 3, 2, 1. Extend your left leg. Grab the strap with your right hand. Scoot your hips towards the left and drop your left leg over to the right. Supine twist. So depending on how far along you are in your second trimester, or you might be in your first or third, just back off on your twist if it doesn't feel good. Really listening to your body. This is the perfect moment to listen rather than push. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Release the strap to the side. Hug your knees into your chest. And let's come all the way up to your first downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. Once you're in your downward facing dog, pedal out your knees. Feel free to sway your hips side to side. And let's find stillness in your downward facing dog. Keep your feet towards the back of the mat, then walk your hands back towards your feet. Feel free to walk your feet wider, maybe outer hip width. All 10 toes points forward, then relax your head, grab opposite elbows. Ragdoll pose, sway your chest side to side. Bend your knees as deep as you need. Maybe shift your weight forward and back. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands could be on top of your shins, but release your left fingertips right underneath your nose. Bend your left knee and reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep your spine lengthened by reaching your chest towards the top of your mat. Inhale and exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. Exhale, twist over to the left. Open your chest, gaze up past your left shoulder. Inhale, find more length. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your hands forward, back to your downward facing dog. Feel free to keep your feet as wide as you need. Maybe walk them back, hip width distance apart. Inhale, right leg high, lead with your inner thigh. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lift your chest, just like upward facing dog. So there is a back bend here. Create some circles, breathing into your hips. Maybe feeling it more towards the outer glute and on the right side. Then come back to stillness. Walk your right foot to center between your thumbs. Drop the knife edge of your back heel. Inhale, warrior two, our first standing position. Stack your right knee over right ankle. Point your right knee out and slightly roll your left inner thigh in. Extend through your arms. Inhale, straighten your right knee. Clap your hands above your head. And exhale, get a little bit deeper into your hips. Hold here. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, drop your right forearm on top of your thigh. Extend a side angle. Imagine reaching up, trying to touch the ceiling with your left fingertips. Then as you exhale, peel your left shoulder back. Hug your front ribs in. Keep your legs the same. Come back to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach your right arm up and back. Keep your tailbone tucked, front ribs in. Let's come up to standing. Inhale, star pose. Point all 10 toes towards the outside, heels in, arms out. Exhale, horse. Bend your knees, bend your elbows to your side. Let's do two more here. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse. Maybe get a little bit deeper. Keep those knees open. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Good. Option to hold here to build some strength. Otherwise, place your palms on top of your thighs and take some shoulder dips. Get into those big lat muscles. Stretching into the inner thighs. Good. Come back to center. Inhale, back to star. Tee out your arms. Point your toes straight forward. Otherwise, slight pigeon toe. First, wide-legged forward fold with our arms extended wide. Inhale, lift your chest, open your heart. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold over your legs. Drop your head. Drop your chest down, but keep your shoulders lifted and away from your ears. Feel free to bend through your knees. Breathing slowly, either in and out through your nose or take open mouth exhales. Inhale. Halfway lift, hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest. Exhale, forward folds. Good. Inhale, back to halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Either take your chaturanga, otherwise, downward facing dog. Once you're in your downward facing dog, we'll take 5 breaths to cool off. So if you need your child's pose, take it now. Grab your water if needed. Notice how you feel. It's okay. It's normal if you're feeling a little hotter than usual. Maybe more exhausted. All right, mamas, let's come back to our downward facing dog and let's begin our left side. Inhale, left leg high, keep your hips squared. Exhale, lizard lunge. Left foot to the outside of your hand. Take 5 breaths here. Rocking your hips forward and back or making circles. Come back to stillness. Walk your left foot between your thumbs. Drop your back heel. Inhale, warrior 2. 5 breaths. Good. Building that strength, focus. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Tap your hands above your head. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Then straighten your back knee or your front knee, reverse triangle. Find length through both sides of your waist. Try not to crunch through that back side here on the right side. Inhale and exhale. Tee out your arms. Come back to your wide-legged forward fold. This time, interlace your fingers. Inhale, chest expansion. Exhale, hinge from your hips and folds. Make sure to press the knife edges of your feet so the inner arches slightly lift up. If this is too much for your shoulders, feel free to release your hands underneath your elbows. So kind of like you're trying to get up to your tripod headstand. Feel free to bend one knee at a time to a Skandasana variation. Come back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Take your vinyasa. Otherwise, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and have a seat. All right. Let's grab your 2 blocks. Okay, place your block, or rather, so You might only need one block. So I like to place the block underneath my knees for my first forward fold. 2 blocks if you want to widen your feet. So again, depending how far along you are in your trimester, your pregnancy, you might have to take 2 blocks underneath. Okay, so keeping all 10 toes pointing straight up. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, seated forward fold. So I like to kind of hold here for about 8 breaths. A nice restorative forward fold stretch here. Really great for the lower back. Gentle hamstring stretch. And just a nice way to relax, especially from all those standing poses, building heat within our bodies. It's time to slow down now. Good. Inhale, slowly rise. We're going to take our seated forward fold again. This time you could release the blocks. Our hamstrings should be pretty open, warmed up by now. You could grab the block and place it on top of your shins. And then rest your forearms, relax your forehead here. So the straighter your legs, the more stretch you'll feel. Make sure to find enough space for your belly between your legs so you're not compressing. Make sure your breath is still smooth, long, and steady. And you feel comfortable. All right. Release the block. Cross your right foot over your left thigh. Wrap your left arm around your right knee and gentle seated twist to the right. Focus on peeling the right shoulder back. Come back to center. Hug your right shin over your chest, in front of your chest rather, and wrap your arms around your right leg. Sit up nice and tall. Good. So layer 1, right foot to the inside of your left inner thigh. Otherwise, half lotus pose. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, seated separate, forehead to knee stretch. Fold over your left leg. Good. Slowly rise, release your right leg. Cross your left foot over your right thigh, seated twist over to the left. Come back to center. Bring your left foot up. Wrap your arms around your left leg. Drop your left foot inside of your right thigh or on top of your right hip flexor. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Make sure both sit bones are grounded. Reach with your chest so there's less rounding in your upper back. Inhale, slowly rise. Let's go ahead and lower all the way down onto our backs. We're going to do 3 back bends. So your choice. Layer 1, I'll do the first one with you, bridge pose. Walk your feet hip width distance apart. Point your fingers forward. On your inhale, lift your hips. Keep your tailbone tucked as you lift your lower, mid, and upper back. Feel free to stay here, hugging your inner thighs in. Keep lengthening your tailbone towards the backs of your knees. Otherwise, point your fingers or plant your hands next to your ears, fingers points towards the heels, and then come up to your wheel pose. And that's only if that's in your practice. So you know your body, you know your practice. If you're new to it, probably stay in that bridge pose. Whenever you're ready, feel free to drop down and do 2 more sets on your own. And if you're in your wheel pose, come high onto your tippy toes to slowly lower down. Take a couple breaths before you do your next wheel pose or your bridge pose. And then if you're already finished with your 3rd set, feel free to just hold there by hugging your knees into the chest or take your figure 4. This time, feel free to close your eyes. Refocus on your breathing. And all facial expressions relax. Jaws relaxed, cheekbones relaxed. Figure 4 on the other side. All right, mamas. Let's meet in our Shavasana. If it's too much to lie on your back, feel free to lie on your side for fetal position. And again, always feel free to keep your feet planted. Taking a few breaths here before we fully relax into our mat. Letting go of the breath and just allowing our mind, body, soul to let go. Mama, stay here in your Shavasana as long as you need. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedbacks, please feel free to leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.